record. Okay, here we go. All right.
Perfect. Thank you.
So just to recap, we're focusing the next week on getting the journal section of the website up and running. And so far, what I've been able to do is create dedicated post pages for sections 24 through 33. And 24 is not showing, but it will by the evening's end. And the idea is when you click on each of these section pages, it will take you to a post. And on that post, which of course is not there because it hasn't been created, will be all of the articles associated with that particular edition of the journal. So, so what I need help with is updating all of the articles on the back end, a lot of which have been brought over by the designer, the web designer, developer already, and associating them with each of these, of their appropriate sections. Does that make sense so far? I can't see anyone, so if you could say yes or no or.
Yes.
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 Okay, great. Sorry. All I'm seeing is like my screen, so I can't see anything. So what I'm going to have folks do is everyone's going to take on one or two of these sections and the articles associated with them. And you do not need to worry about getting your articles associated with one of these sections. I will take care of that. What I need everyone to do is, so let's say you're working on volume 24. So how are you going to know which articles to associate with volume 24? You're going to go to the old website, which is still at hbhr.org. And you're going to go under volumes, or you're going to come down here and you're going to click on volume 24. And you can see this is very easy, right? So there's just two articles that we need to recreate in the new website, and we'll be done. So to do that, you're going to go into the back end of the site, and this is our dashboard right here. And you're going to go straight down to posts, and you're just going to click on it. And you're going to see right here in the roster a list of edition templates for your journal. So you can tell that this is not a template for the, the journal volume or edition itself, but for the articles within it. And that's exactly what you want. What I recommend doing is hitting duplicate, going back up to the top. And the first thing you're going to want to do is this. You're going to want to hit quick edit. You're just going to want to get rid of that weird thing where it says duplicated. And you're just going to go to the title here. The first one you're going to do is Youth and Global Health. So you're just going to grab the title. And there you go. First thing down. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to update the slug. Now the slug is what appears directly after the domain name. You don't want it to be edition 24, Youth and Global Health. I mean, like, that's just, that's like Moby Dick here. It's so long. you're just going to want to say 24 article, and then the first author's last name, which is actually Raj. You're going to go over here and check that this tag is in your tags. Okay. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go in and do it myself, because this is like really integral to making that whole post where it populates all the articles associated with volume 24. This is just really important. All of the tags are here. You're probably going to want to add a tag or two associated with the article. So here, youth, global health. And you're going to want to make it published. You're going to want to make sure that it's associated with volume 24. And that it's associated with editions, and then journal. You'll notice here that this little edition, by the way, that is the word that's replacing volume from the old website. It's just much clearer. You're going to just check all of this. It looks good. And you're going to hit update. To further make this a solidified piece that's going to appear in the journal, we're going to then want to go to edit. When you click on edit, it gives you an opportunity to check everything that you've done. And then you can replace the featured image. And for now, let's just make sure that it's something associated with the title of the article and call it a day. So you can just do a little global search on Google. So then go to images. This is a generic. Lo and behold, you have a new image for that. And then you're going to click update. And that brings you to the main game. And the main game is when you go in to edit with Elementor. Okay. You can see this is sort of set up to make this very easy for you to edit what you need to do. So you're going to go back to the site. And the first thing you need, of course, is the title. Now, the one thing you're not going to want to do is this. You see, that looks insane. You're going to want to come to the left. And this is not, I do it every time I want to post in here. You just have to go to the left, select everything, hit Control V, and there's your title looking normal and very happy. So next thing, you got to get your authors. And the author here actually is one of our fellows. And you're just going to want to replace the authors. And then the next thing you see is you need to put in a citation. And you can see that I've done like a sample here of exactly how the citation's supposed to be. And one of the things that gets a little weird is this part at the end. It's the year, a semicolon, and then the edition number. Nothing is italicized about the year or the edition number. There's no periods anywhere except at the end. I've just seen some very interesting things happen. Harvard Public Health Review is in title case and it is italicized. This is not in title case. The title is the first letter of the title. The first word is uppercase and then the rest is lowercase. And you can just sort of follow through with this example. Many times when you go into your article, this will have already been done and done correctly. But just make sure that it is. And here's an example here. This is based on the names of my cats, by the way. And it'll just walk you through. And this is just a little thing that I want to do to give you a little trick. If you want to make sure you don't post any unwanted characters in here, go to edit and then paste and match style. And lo and behold, there's your citation ready and good to go. For some articles, there will be something called an Hbhr author insight video. These are still in progress and most likely you won't have them. So you'll need to get rid of this. Now, how do you do that? First off, just select it. It might start playing something or get a little weird. Don't worry. You can just right click on it and delete it from there. You can also find it in this thing called the navigator and right click from there and then delete it. Same thing with SoundCloud. That's something that we'll have with some articles and actually with all of them in the future, but we don't need to do that right now. This particular piece does not have an abstract and instead starts right off with a quote. So the first thing you're going to do is you have that quote ready to go and you're going to copy and paste and you can see the quote right there. There you go. You have your quote. Now the quote's not in the right place, is it? The author wanted it to appear at the top. So pull it to the top. And there you have your quote ready to go for your article. Same thing, we're going to get rid of the abstract. We're going to get rid of this extra bit of text. And you can even get rid of the section 1 heading because we don't need it. You have your text ready to go. Just head on over to the article and we're going to cut and paste. So this looks pretty good, right? But you can see that there's a little bit of tightness with the paragraphs. Just go through and add an extra space between the paragraphs. I tend to work my way back up from the bottom to the top. What we're going to do now is because we have so much kind of happening here with the article, we're going to want to update. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to our article We're going to, we see we have a new section here. We have something called acknowledgements. Now, how are we going to add that in? The knee-jerk reaction is to do something like this, where we want to add, just go to the bottom and then add acknowledgements and have, call it a day. That is not good practice. That's going to create like really long, weird pages, and it can create some havoc with the text. Instead, we're going to do this. We're going to go up here. And do you see this little thing? It looks like a telephone pad from the past. Just hit that. And we're going to type in the word header or heading. Just grab the regular one. Don't grab premium. Place it here. And then now you have a place to put your acknowledgements. And you can head back here and you can add like a new text setting, and you can go in here and grab the acknowledgements. Oops. Do you see what happened here? And it brought over this formatting. So to get rid of that, we just go up to edit, paste and match style, and then suddenly we don't have crazy text anymore. Then we have our about the author section. We have a heading. You can see here we have a graph, and some of the articles have graphs, and that's why we have this little template piece in here. Again, like SoundCloud and the YouTube video before it, we're gonna delete it. Just let it go. We're about the author. I'm going to show you a little trick here. If you don't want to go up here and grab new text, you can duplicate this. Grab our piece about the author. And then just replace the text. These are more elements that we don't need. You can actually see we can do this because I set up a section specifically for the authors. I wasn't thinking about that. Sorry for any confusion. Okay, for the references, we're going to go back to our article. You can see that we have 3 references for this piece. Just go in and grab them. Come back to the text section and then hit paste. Be sure that you remove these little arrow things because they could be hyperlinked and cause some issues. The other thing that we're going to do is we want to scroll back up, and you're going to want to make sure that you update these little, these are citations. You're going to want to get rid of them, okay, because they're linked to the old site. So this is the first one, just and then we're going to, we'll make that superscript. I may have to, oh, no. So I somehow managed to close that out. So anyway, that was really funny. So let me stop sharing for a moment, something I'm going to miss. So is everyone able to follow me so far? Or was that just incredibly overwhelming? Hello?
I followed.
You're following? Thank you.
Yes.
Who said that? Oh, yes, BB. Oh, thanks.
Yes. I follow.
Hello. Hello. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I really appreciate that. I don't know what I did where I made the little, I've never been able to do that before where I get rid of the sidebar. So anyway, we'll just come over to this page. So once you're done, you're going to hit save, and then you can move on to your next article. One of the things you probably noticed was I didn't go into the depths of the site to where the developers migrated in a lot of our posts. And the reason I didn't do that is because they didn't migrate into the site terribly well. And you can see if when you click on them and you open them up, you go into Elementor, there's a lot of ancillary sort of code. It looks like this. This is absolutely insane. And I tried to make this easy where we could go in and try to tease it out, but there's no hope for that. So instead, we're just going to, I think it's at best if we just copy and paste from the old website. The only thing that's going to be a little bit confusing is the translation from volumes 27 and 29. So I think it would be helpful if I showed you really quick all of the editions and what their subjects are. So 25 and 26, as you know, they've already been published on the old website, and we're going to recreate them. It'll be fairly easy. And those are relatively new articles. The new editions that are semi-published on the current website that's live and unpublished is volume 27, which is our second COVID edition, 28, which is the general edition, and then 29, which is a third COVID edition. And what I should note here is that none of the articles that are associated with 27, there's nothing that's been assigned to volume 29 yet. We need to split volume 27 in half and create 29. And I can work that out with whoever volunteers for each of those editions. 30 is social justice, 31 is disasters and pandemics, 32 is surgery and public health, and 33 is worker health. Now, starting with volume 30 through 33, most of those articles have not been put on hbhr.org yet. Instead, those articles live in these folders, and you can find where they're assigned by going to the article processing dashboard. So let's say you are assigned to work with volume 30. None of those articles are on this old website. Instead, we'll just start exactly here with ending the opioid crisis in 5 years. I take that back. It does look like a few of these articles are on the website. They used to be associated with a different volume or edition. We'll just need to go here, grab a few of those articles, add them to the new website, and then we need to go into our Google Drive and add these articles to the new website. I will say that some of the articles that have been slated for volume 30, for instance, they have not been resubmitted as noted here by the authors. But at this point, we just need to keep moving forward, and we'll work something out where we add those articles to a new edition later. The process is same with volume 31. Again, some of these articles are on the current website, but a lot of them are not, and they need to be added. Same with 32 and 33. Once we get down to 34, some of these articles are already on the old website, but we don't have to worry about them right at the moment. Okay. So, so for next steps, have I lost everybody, or folks, how are folks feeling?
Good.
Good. Good. Are there any
It's
questions?
helpful to review the video for sure. That's going to be really helpful. Will this be posted?
Yes, it will. It definitely
Awesome.
will.
Okay,
And I must say, this is a lot. You know, I've been doing this kind of work for a long time. And because we have this old website, we have articles on a Google Drive, we've got stuff kind of everywhere at the moment, and we're on a tight deadline. You know, I find it a little overwhelming. So if you're new to this, I can only imagine you're like, this woman's, you know, she's doing a lot here. It's a lot.
she's wonderful and amazing.
So that's very kind. But I don't want you to think you're by yourself. You know, if you run into a problem, you know, you text me, you WhatsApp me, you know, email me, we'll sort it out as fast as possible. To be honest, I think I probably am almost done with volume 24, but who would like to take on like volume 25?
I'll do 25.
You'll do 20. Who's that?
Chris Rothermel.
Chris Rothermel. Okay. So in the chat here, I'm going to just mark that you're doing volume 25. Yay. So, and also folks can work together on a volume, because like Chris's volume 25, it has 5 articles in it, but volume 26, for instance, has 12 articles in it. So it might be good for like, so volumes 26 and 27 might be good for like 2 people to work on together, 2 or 3 people. So are there any takers on volumes 26 through 27?
I'll volunteer for 26. This is BB.
Hey, BB.
Hello.
So you want to do 26 by yourself? Or
I don't mind help, but I'll start on it.
okay.
Just a question. When would you like all of this to be done by? Is there like a deadline, or?
If we could get it done by Saturday, that would
Okay.
be ideal, because we want to because we want to launch on Tuesday, June 1st. And if we could aim to get as much done by Saturday at 5 p.m., that would be wonderful. And we can really see where we are. And if there are any loose ends, we can get it sorted. Could someone
Okay, sounds
work?
good.
Yeah, so if someone could work with BB on 26 and 27. Oh, Rashira. All right. Thanks, Rashira. Okay, so I must say, volume 27, as I said, volume 27 is actually a volume that's going to be split into half, and one half of it's going to become 29. So BB and Rashira, I'm going to work with you on 26 and 27 because it's actually 26, 27, and 29. Who would
Okay.
like to work on volume 28? On, you want to do 28?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So that's on. Tyler, why don't you do volume 33, okay? Okay. So that leaves 30, 31, and 32.
I could do 30. This is Priya.
Priya? All right, so Priya, you're gonna do 30. So I need 31 and 32. Does anyone not have a volume yet and they would like? Oh, Heather, okay. Heather, why don't you do 31? And Jessica and Anshu, do you want to work on 32?
I'm happy to do that.
Oh, great, thank you. And that's 32. Well, that is really amazing, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to be putting the recording up right after this call. And I'm going to be working on volumes 20. I'm going to be working on 24, and I'm going to be moving forward with some other sort of updates on the back end. So if you have any questions, just let me know. We're all going to be working together on this. You are all my heroes for jumping in and doing all this stuff. I really, really appreciate it. So, so virtual hugs for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Which is
Thanks so much.
unbelievably cheesy thing I just said, but thank you very much. It's
Thank
going to
you.
be on the Harvard Public Health Review YouTube channel. Okay, and oh, Rebecca, you didn't get an assignment. Rebecca, 26, 27, and 26, 27, and 29 are huge. So I'm gonna add you into that mix, okay? Because that's a lot of articles.
Okay.
And Monty,
Sorry, I missed most of this.
oh, that's okay.
Work.
28 is massive.
Okay.
That's volume 28. So why don't you join in on that one too? And
Sure.
you're going to be working with On. Okay. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to be, I'm going to write up, I've been writing up a little sort of visual document to sort of aid in all of this. But
When do you want this done by, Cersei? Sorry, I'm sure you already said that.
we're going to aim towards Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
And we're going to go live come cats or high water on June 1st.
Okay.
So it's a huge order, but I think we can get it done. We're only going to take volumes 24 through 33 live right now.
Okay.
It'll be an ongoing project to get 1 through 32 up.
And
I'll
you
get
have
1 through 23, excuse me.
okay. And you've got instruction videos, right? That you said that I could look off of and watch and.
Oh yes, we just I just walked folks through how to do one of these articles, and you know, and I'm going to be available, and I'm also going to be sending out a write-up. So I'm meeting up with Candace in a few minutes, but if you want to stick around, I can show you the back end if you'd like.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got time now.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. Everybody else, thank you a million times over. You do not have to stay. I'm just going to show Monty the back end, and I'll be sending out a follow-up message with all of this information in a little bit.
Thanks so much, Cersei.
Thank
Can
you.
I actually ask a short question? I don't know if I missed this. Sorry.
No, not at all. What's up?
Thanks. No, I just want to ask for the images. Do we need to pay attention to usage rights or anything like that?
You know, like a lot of times I just go for sort of stock image. Like if you can't see the people's faces all that well and you can't identify them from the photo, it's generally fine. If it's a real issue, you can't find anything, I have access to some image libraries and the like that I have membership to. So I can either give you the rights to them, or I can just look for it and get images.
That's perfect. Thanks. I just want to make sure we didn't have to like filter by certain usage rights or anything like that.
No, as long as you can't really see the people. But like, you know, like the COVID virus, I mean, there's so many different COVID virus images that are out there. They're kind of, I don't think anyone's going to like hammer down our door like, you used my image of COVID. So yeah.
Thanks for clarifying. Thanks so much for.
Thanks for asking. Yeah. Thanks for coming by. Oh my gosh. I'll walk you through the back end, Monty.
Sounds good.
I don't know if you've had a chance to look through the back end of the site at all.
No, I haven't. I don't even think I've checked into the login.
Okay.
This is not Scholastica, is it? It's what is
no.
Scholastica?
Scholastica is an editorial platform. So this is the website.
Seriously, sorry to interject. Is it okay if I stay back as well? Because I jumped in pretty late. So this is going to be good if I am able to see the walkthrough as well. And so if I, yeah, thanks.
Oh, may I ask who's talking?
Oh, this is Anshu.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I saw your picture, but I didn't know if you were still there. So I couldn't, and I can't find the pictures right now because it's just the way
That's
my
all right.
screen is. So so this is the website. This remember we had that big thing, Monty, like where we talked to the web developer about our favorite sites and everything.
Yeah.
So this is what happened.
Yeah, and I think I saw a preview of this actually.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so the thing that we're really focusing on is the journal. When you click on it, you can see these are all the different editions. These are actually posts, and associated with each of these posts are other sub posts, and those sub posts are articles.
Gotcha.
Right now, when you click on them, there are sadly, no articles associated with the post. It's just a sad, lonely, nothing page. So we need to give volume 33 some friends. It's 33 friends. And to do that, we're going to go to, let's see, we'll just go to the back end here. And you can see that we have our template for article 33, for volume 33. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit quick edit. And so we need to find an article from issue 33 or edition 33 that we're going to put into the new website. And probably the easiest thing to do is first look for an article that's on the old website that we can copy and paste over. So here we go, small allocation. Here's the old website. Here's the article. And then you can first, here's our beautiful title. We're just going to go over. Easier said than done.
Okay, this doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah, it's not so bad. And then this is the slug. And the slug has a very prescriptive way of being done. So it's going to be the volume or the edition number, what it is, because it's an article, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the author's last name. I think her last name is Kerwin. Then you're going to, you don't have to really do anything with this. Then you're going to scroll down. It's a journal. You're going to click edition. And this is volume 26. Make sure that uncategorized is not there. This is the most important tag that you're going to want to keep in there because I need that to do a query for that edition page. So it's
Okay.
going to know to pull this article.
So 26 post
Mm-hmm.
attached to 26 article Kerwin slug.
Yeah.
And the Kerwin comes from again the author.
Yes, her name is whoops. Yeah, that's her last name.
Okay.
There's all these sort of set tags.
Sorry, I just thought it was 33 that you copied from in the Google Sheet. I'm a little confused.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Isn't
Okay.
it? Isn't it issue 33?
It's 33. Okay, we need to change it to 33, but that's not a problem. I think because at first it was associated with 26. So we're going to change this to 33. And now it's good. Done.
And so the date part and
No, that you don't have to
the
worry.
author part in the quick post, we don't have to worry about this.
No, that's just associated with you. When you log in, it might even just stay me. That has to do with the author, not the author of the article, the author of the electronic thing, the post.
And I'm sorry, I'm asking so many questions.
You are fine.
I'm not even sure if I have a login or login details for this website. The
Oh,
backend.
I have to send them to you.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're sending them to everybody, hey?
Yes. Yes. Some people have them already and other people don't. So that's, you know, I wasn't quite sure who was going to show up. So I needed to wait before I made them for everybody,
No, fair enough.
you know. So we're going to hit update. In fact, it was a really good thing that we did make this little error because it was good to show how easy it was to fix. Then you can add we've added our 2 or 3 things that kind of differentiate this. This is COVID-19. Oh yes, this is why I changed it, because it used to be associated with volume 26 at one point. It was about staff and workers during COVID. So I changed it to the worker health edition. So the next thing we want to do is we want to update this. In fact, I want to say worker health. So you've done quick edit. That's number 1. Second, edit.
Okay.
So it's sort of everything that you saw before, but this time you need to come down and you're going to change the featured image. And to do this, you just hit replace image and you're going to upload or, use something different. So this is about worker health. You can look up something like this is like teachers in school. Jessica was asking about this in terms of rights to images.
Mm-hmm.
You can see these are very stock images, and they're actually not going to work because obviously not during COVID, but this works better. Oh, that's ridiculous, but I think that was meant to be as a joke, but and then you can definitely see this is very stock imagey. As long as you can't really tell who the people are, it should be fine. Even, I don't know if I wouldn't get too much with kids. I would like, but this is okay. That's the reason they did this, is because the kids are all from the back. So here you are, you've replaced the, I've got 2 of these open. You'll replace the image. Just for now, we'll use that. I'm going to set the featured image. And then here's the main event. We're going to go, oops. We're going to go into Elementor.
Is this where we cut and paste the text?
Yes, this is I always think of it as the big show, right? Because this is the most important thing. So you just go right from the top straight down to the bottom. First thing, our title. Second thing, our authors. Melissa Kerwin. Now you notice I'm pasting over here. If you paste here, it's going to go kind of crazy. You don't want to. Sometimes it'll work out like that worked out. That's very rare. It normally will pick up all kinds of strange tags, and you don't want to do that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our citation. I have this set up. There's an example and a format already in here on how to do the citation. One thing is Harvard Public Health Review is the only thing really in title case,
Mm.
and it's the only thing italicized. Do you see how we did that weird thing with the text?
Yeah.
Okay, to get rid of that, go up to edit. I don't know if you can see my cursor doing this, but go up to edit, go to paste and style, and then it'll be normal.
Okay.
Go in and make that italicized, and you were good to go. You can see that this used to be associated with an earlier edition.
Mm-hmm.
Go in and change that to 33 and hit update. You see this big thing right here? This is for something called an Hbhr author insight video. We don't have one for this article. So you can do two things. You can come down here and bring up the navigator.
Mm-hmm.
You can click on this, right click, and then delete it. You can also click here, right click, and delete it. You see here is the abstract, and if you go back to the article, here's your abstract. You just grab it, go back, and you're ready to go. If it does that weirdo thing again, paste and match style, Bob's your uncle, and then you're ready to start the article itself. All you have to do, copy and paste. This doesn't have headings. It's kind of an unusual article that it has this thing with the abstract and no headings, but what are you going to do? In that case, you can add a divider if you feel like it's going to be confusing. And then you can change the color of the divider to the blue. You see how the text is all crammed up together?
Mm-hmm.
Just go through and fix. Just add a space.
So just basically edited right in there, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, not too hard to do.
So I know this is kind of boring, but it's. And then these are things that we don't have. We did an article that actually had a pull quote in it, but this one does not. We don't have any graphs in this one, so we can get rid of that. And then we don't have any.
Graphs. How do we cut and paste them from the do screenshot it kind of deal?
Well, actually, that piece was very interesting. So this is a live graph, and you can edit the graph in here. A lot of our graphs are not the same, however, or if it's like something really unusual, or it's like a table 1, you can do screenshots. And in fact, a lot of the later articles, and those that we're probably going to be importing over, are screenshots, and you can just download those images and add them in here as images.
Okay.
And this is actually like an image file. You can change the size of it, and you can see how easy it is just to upload. If you just imagine that's your image that you're uploading in. Very easy to do. You can change the caption, and you're good to go. So going back, all this has now are references. And this is like the most amazing thing ever. They are not numbered in the text. So Melissa has officially become one of my favorite authors by doing that. You can see it did a weirdo thing with the text again. So again, just go up, paste and match style. And then it's just a matter now of hitting return on all of our references. We don't have an about author for Melissa, so you can get rid of that as well.
So
And
usually with the references, the journal name is italicized. I think in the previous one it was, and now because we paste and match style, that has gone.
yeah,
So are we to go back and do that for each of these?
if you have time to do it, that would be ideal. We're right now, because we're on such a tight time frame,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be upset if we need to, throughout the summer, work slowly to get things back on track.
And I wonder if there, like even in the main body of the text, if there are, certain words or things which were italicized or had links. I don't know.
This is wonderful. This one does not.
Okay.
So yeah, I was very happy to see she didn't have anything. This is yeah.
I'm just curious, like going forward, will this always be a manual process, or will it become automated when people submit their stuff? Will it just automatically populate, or because if we are to manually do this, it's prone to errors because of the amount of human interaction it's going to have? Just curious.
Everything online kind of has a human being behind it. So
Well, sure, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
is
no,
this
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm not trying to be funny. It won't be so overwhelming, and I won't be involving this is kind of like a huge push to get things online in kind of a compressed amount of time. And it'll be, and then after the first, there'll be a period of 90 days of more slowly finessing the rest of the back catalog and what we get on the site over the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I get that. And of course, it's going to be slower because we won't have so many volumes to work off simultaneously. I was just wondering if there was a possibility for a more automated process to be taking care of this, and then we look at the finishing part, or it's going to be this process going forward.
Yeah, I don't know of.
That's all right.
I know I've worked in the field a long time, and it's normally like there's people involved with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
I know. It's very it's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah. But these things like the finessing of, here we need to get things italicized and making links live and the like, that will be a project for the rest of the summer.
Sounds good, Cersei. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry for the frustration of it, and the manual-ness of it. But the setting up of a new site is just it's kind of like that. Just to give you an idea of the other thing that we're dealing with is we're coming from an older website that did not have sections broken up. So when they try to automate the import of our old data, that's why we had this sort of crazy looking thing, like everything is together, it's running together, and you can't even differentiate what anything is. Like all of the citations are buried within the text here. So yeah, so that's why some of this is so manual right now.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. But I appreciate your patience, and thanks for asking and everything.
Absolutely happy to help.
Oh, you're the best. You guys, thank you so much. And if you need me, you know where I am.
Sounds good. Thanks so much,
Okay.
Cersei. Appreciate it. Hey?
Thank you. Take care. Big hugs, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Thanks for all your hard work.
Oh, no,
Nice.
thank
Yeah.
you. My God. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye
Bye.
now.